Good morning, sisters and brothers. This is God's Gift. It's November 6, 2017, and I have a few things that the Lord is showing me today. You guys know about the First Baptist Church in Texas that had the shooting, and the Lord had me look up a few things. I listened to a report on the shooting, and He really revealed some things to me that I feel is very important. Sorry for my chicken scratch. I was writing this down when I was listening to the video of the shooting. But these are some of the things that the Lord had me look up. And it's all so very important. And it's a blessing to those who were involved in the massacre, I guess you could call it. I don't know if that's such thing as a blessing of this, but according to what the Lord has shown me, they are truly blessed in what happened. They are now with Him. And I'm going to give you some things. And He gave me John chapter 10 to read. He was telling me to read that even before I heard about the shooting. And it's relevant to this time and day. But everything, I looked up everything that they have talked about the First Baptist Church, about the 30 miles east from San Antonio, Texas, everything. I looked up everything that I could, and if you guys want to write this down or just look through it as I'm going through the video, because there's some very important things here that I have found out, and I pray that this blesses anybody who is connected to this and as family or whatever. I even received things on the gun itself, the AR-15 gun, and it's so relevant to what the Lord has shown me. I'm going to start reading what the Lord has shown me after I got all the Strong's words and everything that was connected that I could find according to the report. But we know John the Baptist, he was his name means Jehovah's gracious giver. And the First Baptist shooting, everything that I found on it, this is what it says. John, who was the forerunner for Christ, a gathering of worshipers of God's vessels of God, the son of the false god, Obama, went after those poorly armored and green in Christianity. They are now exceedingly joyful, and their acts are fruitful, having no burdens upon them. This is what all those Strong's words meant. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this, but he was showing me that the father of destruction is coming with locusts. This morning, he told me in my spirit, I heard, watch out, and that was early this morning. I also want to tell you a few things that he is showing me also along with this. But first I want to talk about this. John the Baptist represents, where Christianity really started. Before Jesus stepped on the scene, we have a forerunner for Christ, sisters and brothers. This is God showing us that He is near. This was a sign to us. There's so many things God shows us, and this is definitely, I feel, a sign that the Lord is on His way for His people. He's also showing that the father of destruction is coming with the locust. Well, no, we know the locusts don't come right yet, but He's letting us know that there are things that are coming that are going to be much greater. He told me last night in prayer with my sister Della, he told me that today was going to bring greater things, and they're going to be more increased today, November 6th. Some of the things that I'm being shown that keep popping up, I'm sorry, let me try and steady this, are the food shortage is coming. Diseases will increase, and there are going to be new diseases. The start of the great persecution is happening right now. He also gave me Arab nations are going to rise. He gave me 22 nations a while back. I'll have to look and see when that was. The intensity of weather is coming. UFO deception unveils in Mark of the Beast. What happened was I had a dream a couple nights ago, and I saw in the sky, I was actually where my children were born, in the house that they were born in. So this is showing me that we were at a place where we originated, which is in heaven. But when I saw, I was in this house, and I looked out the window, and it was near dark, and I saw this airplane flying, but it was not a normal airplane. It was a blue, beautiful indigo blue light coming off of this, like it was just all lit up in this blue, and I saw it in the distance, and it was going from left to right, panning across the land. And what I knew about this is these rays started coming out of it, and I'm going to put a little thing and show you what it looked like. Okay, don't laugh, but this is what I saw, and it was coming down, it was going back and forth, and this ray I knew was scanning people. It was collecting who was with them and who was not. I don't know how they did it, but I knew that in my spirit. And when I saw this, I saw it coming closer and closer, and as it got really close, I ended up in my house that I live in now, and I was looking out the window, and I was yelling at this thing. I was not afraid of it. I was looking at it, and I was telling it, I said, I am a child of God. I'm not afraid of you. There's nothing you can do to me. I rebuke you. I was yelling out the window. I was not afraid of it at all. But when that happened, it got really close to my house, and then it switched scenes. Then I saw something like this, and it was flying in the sky. It was really, really far away, and it was copper color, and it almost reminded me of those symbols, like when they have drum sets that they come together. It was that color. It was almost like a brassy, coppery color, and it landed in my neighbor's yard, and I realized that it was some type of new car that they were trying out, and all these people gathered around my neighbor's house, and I had my children. We were going somewhere, and I went down to my neighbor's house. I pulled up next to him, and I was yelling for him. I said, "Hey, Bob," I said, "can I get a ride, Nat?" And because I saw this girl getting out, and I just had a feeling they were giving rides. Why I would ask that, I don't know. But he said, "No, it's not mine. It's so-and-so's." And so I said, "Well, that's okay." I said, we're on our way. We have to go anyway. And then the dream ended. So what I got out of these two things is the mark of the beast is coming, and then the UFO. And I knew when this airplane was coming, there was some type of blackout, EMP. I don't know, but that's what I felt in my spirit. And as soon as they turned the lights back on, they were going to introduce the aliens. That's what I felt in my spirit. So I know this all sounds crazy, but this is where we're at. So what the Lord is showing me, sisters and brothers, you need to start doing this every day. Anoint yourself. Take communion. The Lord is telling me to tell you guys to be covered in all things. It doesn't have to be expensive oil. Just, whatever it is, the Lord will bless it. But he also told me not only to armor up daily, anoint yourselves daily, communion daily. And he gave me Psalms 91 and Psalms 27, which I really haven't read, but it's it's a blessing. But all glory to the Lord, Father God, and all these things. And I pray for the families who have lost their loved ones. According to what I found out and what the Lord has shown me, they are already in a joyful place. They will go before us, sisters and brothers, so they will see the glory of Jesus before us, but it's not far. We're not far behind. I love you all. This is God's gift. Be blessed.